Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. We are diving headfirst into Talamasca, The Secret Order, the first episode of the highly anticipated Anne Rice Immortal universe spin-off. This series marks an intriguing new chapter, not an adaptation, but the original story centered around a person named Guy, a new character with no direct ties to the books. In many ways, that creative freedom liberates both the writers and the audience without the heavy expectation of faithful adaptation. Talamasca can carve out its own mythology within Rice's supernatural world, one that's mysterious, modern, and full of shadowy promise. But before I dive into the episode, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will be talking about episode 1 called We Watch and We Are Always There. We watch and we are always there means that a surveillance or intelligence agency has a consistent preserved presence, even if it's unseen. The phrase communicates both an explicit warning and a veiled threat. This episode is set in New York and London. The series quickly established the connectivity tissue to the larger Immortal universe that includes interview with the Vampire and Mayfair Witches. The Talamasca, much like the Watcher's Counselor, is a secretive global organization dedicated to studying, monitoring, and when necessary, managing the supernatural. Though its mother houses scatter across the world, the Talamasca quietly operates like a supernatural version of the CIA, investigating vampires, witches, demons, and all things that go bump in the night. The New York branch is overseen by Helen, played by the ever-commanding Elizabeth McGovern, whose presence radiates both authority and quiet paranoia. When a bloody eyeball and a chilling note that reads, "We see you," land on her desk, she suspects something sinister is brewing within the London house. But she already knows who done it, which is Jasper. Jasper plays the antagonist, but also a vampire, but he had his vampires to go after one particular spy in the beginning of the episode. Determined to get answers, Helen recruits an outsider, someone unconnected to Talamasca politics and visible to its internal web of secrets. That's where we meet Guy, a broke but brilliant NYU law graduate whose intellect is only matched by his painful secret. He's clairvoyant. For most of his life, Guy has hidden this ability, living on the fringe to avoid being overwhelmed by the flood of other people's thoughts. But Helen has had her eye on him for years, and when she finally makes her move, it's with an offer too strange and too revealing to refuse. She's not only confirms the existence of the supernatural, but invites him to join the Talamasca as the field agent in London. Now, before he accepts, Guy confronts his foster mother, desperate to know the truth about his past. Her cryptic responds that they provided everything, hints at a larger conspiracy. The Talamasca, it seems, has been funding his entire life from afar, the condo, his education, even the foster arrangement itself. They've been grooming him for the moment. The foster mother seems so afraid to tell Guy about the Talamasca. It seems that she will know what happened if she showed him everything or tell him everything. When Guy follows Helen through the streets of New York, she knows he's telling her, and instead of scolding him, she teases him with the riddles. Eventually, she lays her cards on the table, proving to him that vampires, witches, and demons are not just myths. Then comes Burton, a character I immediately like. He brings a flash of humor and irrelevance that cuts through the show's otherwise dark tone. Burton seems to be the kind of character who knows too much and drinks just enough to forget. He wants Guy not to trust the Talamasca, that they manipulate, deceive, and reshape those under their command. His warning feels genuine, especially when Guy uses his gift to read Burton's mind and recoils in fear, not at what he sees, but at what Burton knows. But Guy was able to wiggle his way through his mind, because when he had told him, like, hey, you turn your back on your own people, Burton seems so surprised. Burton also hits at the infamous Interview with the Vampire book, a meta-fictional twist that suggests every immortal receive a copy, and bet that none of them were pleased. Now, when God digs deeper into the book's contents, one name catches his eye, which is his biological mother. I'm assuming that every vampire and witch receive a copy of Interview with the Vampire, and let's just say Louis and Daniel, they are in danger, okay? Especially Louis told every little secret told about him and his relationship with Lestat, and of course his precious daughter Claudia and Armand. Now, this revelation leads to one of the episode's standout scenes, Guy confrontation with Daniel. Yes, the same grumpy, sharp-tongued journalist turned vampire from Interview with the Vampire. Now, Daniel remains delightful and sardic, proof that Immortal hasn't dulled his edge. Daniel is still one of my favorite characters in Interview with the Vampire. He didn't sugarcoat things. He was all about the facts, even if it hurt other people. Now, when God demands answers about his mother being in the book, Daniel simply tells him, ask them why. Because Daniel didn't write that page, the Talamasca did.
I didn't write page 227. They did.
Talamasca?
What?
Talamasca.
Oh, wait. Did you mean the Talamasca?
Now, Guy finally accepts Helen's, but not out of loyalty. His true motive is deeply personal, to find his mother, who, as it turns out, may still be alive. Now, Helen can't be trusted, in my opinion. She's not going to tell him the entire truth, and I think she has other plans for him. The episode closes with a tantalized twist, with Helen retrieves a photograph from her desk drawer, and the image reveals what looks like a twin sister. Is this twin another operative, a mirror world version of Helen, or something far more sinister? Episode 1 comes out swinging. It's sharply written and layered with secrets waiting to unfold. The blend of supernatural intrigue and character-driven storytelling feels like a return to classic Anne Rice themes, identity, power, and sorcery, but with the distinct modern edge. If the premiere is any indication, Talamasca, the Secret Order, is positioned itself as the dark, cerebral corner of the Immortal universe, the one whose knowledge is power and curiosity might just kill you. Make sure you check out my review for episode 2 next, because if this opening hour is any clue, the secrets have only just begun to unravel. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.